Welcome back to segment 2 of the first Jackyl episode. What are we going to get into right now? Of course, Philip DeFranco. You say, what's wrong with Philip DeFranco? Why should I be mad at Philip DeFranco? Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be mad at Philip DeFranco. You should just hate his guts. Is that being mad? LD, is that being mad? Hating somebody's guts?
Maybe.
It's time for the disclaimer. This is all a joke. I don't really care. You know, it's like when you really hate something, but you don't care that much. But just nobody saying anything about it is kind of annoying, you know? So a few months ago, I'm an avid H3 listener. Do you listen to a lot of H3, LD?
I do.
Yes, so do I. And for months, you have, you're just listening to H3, you know. Then, what is it? iDubbbz. Oh, iDubbbz and his girlfriend. It's like Anissa or something. I'm just going to say iDubbbz' girlfriend. They go on H3, and they're talking about health and fitness because, god damn it, all these motherfuckers just want to talk about health and fitness constantly.
Yeah.
You know, once they get rich, then they want to get in shape. You know, people mess with them, call names in the comments, and they take it to heart, you know, and then they get body dysmorphia or whatever. But, so anyway, they're talking about it, and they're talking about who Ethan might box. And, oh yeah, just to let y'all know, I'm not going to show the clip, but I am going to put in the description a link to a short that has the situation on it that I think is H3 produced. And then probably have a Philip DeFranco video, just probably the newest one at the point of us recording this, a link to that so you can watch that. That way you can say, Jack is full of crap. You know, he doesn't know. I said crap because it's just, shit's a bad word. So anyway.
Right. Just so you know, everything he's saying is stuff that's actually happened. Yeah. He's not making anything up.
Or I am. But you have.
Or he is.
You can look it up and see that I'm wrong and I'm lying.
Right.
But anyway, at one point they're talking about Philip DeFranco losing weight because they're talking about maybe that'd be a good person for Ethan the box for their celebrity thing. But after the last one, the way the last one went, I don't know if there's going to be another one because I think they lost a bunch of money. But anyway, they're talking about whoever's going to box Ethan next. They started talking about Philip DeFranco as a possible person. And Ethan liked that idea because Philip DeFranco looks like anybody could beat him up. That might not be the case, though. You know, you can't judge how good if somebody fights by the way they look. No, sir. But anyway, they said him, and then they talk about how he started working out, and he's lost weight, and Ethan makes the comment that he's always going to be a little bit soft. His body type is basically what he's saying. He's saying that Philip DeFranco's body type, much like Ethan's, is kind of softer, you know. Probably look goofy. Yeah. Could you imagine either one of those guys, you know, if they got on steroids and they got all cut up, they were looking like Rambo? Good grief.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
They need dad bods. That's what works for them, in my personal opinion.
I think so too. You have to admit that it would be funny to watch them box, though.
Yeah, it would be.
I'd probably enjoy that.
I think Philip DeFranco will beat up Ethan. I think Ethan is way too nice. Yeah. I don't think he'll be able to just hurt somebody. Philip DeFranco's got mean streaks, though, boy. He's an angry person. He doesn't show it. You know, he's all like, he loves his virtue signaling, and I know that's what all virtue signaling, everybody that says that is some kind of reactionary, right-wing crazy person, but it happens. It definitely happens, and it does happen with a lot of people that go to therapy because the therapy is good for them, but then they learn terms from the therapy, and sometimes they will weaponize those against people to try to keep a moral high ground and not have to take responsibility for themselves. It does happen. You don't want to talk about it because they need the help, you know? And I'm glad that they feel better about themselves. They don't want to hurt themselves. That's great. Mm-hmm. But, you know, anybody can go out of control, Absolutely. You know, in whatever kind of direction.
Yeah.
But, and especially if they're rich, you know. They're rich and they have a, you know, are they going to pay somebody to tell them some shit they don't want to hear? They go get another therapist. Validates what they do. But anyway, all that to say, once that got brought up, iDubbbz's girlfriend says in her family they call that a ham sandwich.
What's a ham sandwich?
I think somebody just looks soft no matter what they do. They always look soft. They're a ham sandwich.
Okay.
I think it was a very, very good description of Philip DeFranco. And as a matter of fact, we are going to just call him the ham sandwich from now on.
Sounds good.
But I don't think it's because of the way he looks. Not at all. I think it's because of how boring a person he is. It's like watching Philip DeFranco content is like eating a ham sandwich. It's not bad, you know. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
He tells you news stories. He has a team of people that go look up the most surface level news stories going on. And then they write a script. And then he stands in a room and reads it to you and says a bunch of corny catchphrases. You know? What are they? Let's jump right into it. That's the first one. And then he says, I love your face. You know, he tries to put some stink on it like he has a personality. He does it because he's just a ham sandwich. It's so perfect. I love it. That's all he is a ham sandwich. But what's Philly do? Now, these guys know each other. Mm-hmm. You know, I've heard Ethan talk about them having DMs back and forth. Does Philip, you know, hit up his colleague, you know, acquaintance? Does he hit him up and say, hey, man, I didn't appreciate that. Could you not call me a ham sandwich? But no, he doesn't do that. What he does is go on his show. And then in the middle of he's talking about something, he suddenly bursts into, well, Ethan want to call people and body shame people, and I have all these problems about my body image, and you know, be better.
I remember him saying that. Be better.
Yeah, be better.
Yeah. Like he has the superior,
the moral
high ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is what we call virtue signaling.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
So he's virtue signaling, and he's weaponizing his therapy jargon that he learned in therapy to, you know, obtain the moral high ground and probably get his supporters. He doesn't go out and say it, right? Mm-hmm. But I mean, they kind of think there's a lot of crossover. A lot of people that watch H3 probably watch Philip DeFranco stuff. Mm-hmm. So they're probably going to go into the messages and harass the people at H3 about, you know, how mean Ethan was to Philip. So I think that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, and didn't Ethan have like a little apology?
He did an apology. You can tell he didn't want to.
Show. Yeah.
You know what I love about Ethan?
Yeah.
Is that as soon as there's blood in the water, he goes for it.
Right.
So he's being nice to the ham sandwich right now. Anything comes out of the closet on that motherfucker, he's going to be on it. I listened to like months of Ethan be nice to XQC, like through his teeth.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing where you're gritting your teeth and you're like, no, y'all went to a party at XQC, and the whole time he's thinking, this guy's a piece of fucking shit. And he's just placating it, just blah, blah, blah. As soon as there's blood in the water, he's like a shark. Yeah. He just went right for it.
Right.
And it was good.
Yeah, he deserved it. XQC deserved it.
That was one time he deserved it. Tune in for our next video where we're going to tell you how we plan to cancel H3.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it.